That is a really great question, and I'm going to answer it. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah, my mom, and I'm an astrologist. I invite you to tap on this comment to see the original video. It's all about the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction that's going to happen on April 20th of 2024. This is a two-part video. I hope you stick around for the whole thing. The first part is going to address a lot of the comments that happened underneath it, and the second one's going to talk about what signs those aspects were in. For this to be the most effective, I highly recommend you click on the tree of links underneath my video or name and grab my freebie that teaches you how to make your own birth chart, because you're going to want to know what signs, what houses, what signs are in. So the first thing I want to address is there was quite a few people in my comments in the original video that were very much sharing that it was the worst time period of their lives. And for that, my heart goes out to you. My question coming out of that is, did you learn things? Did you change your behavior? Or are you repeating the same behaviors that happened in those time frames? If you're repeating them, you might be doomed to repeat it again. There is that saying for a reason. These are chapters in our lives. That's how I invite you to view them. We have this giant book that we have in front of us, and every single thing that happens to us is either a page or a chapter. The two dates, 2010 and 1996, those are chapters. Those are longer periods of your life, and they could have incited great change because that's what Uranus and Jupiter do. Uranus likes to change things up because, honestly, I feel like he's bored, and he just wants to see what happens. And then Jupiter just expands all of it. It can be a great time of innovation, and it can be a great time of not. World wars have happened with this conjunction, but it doesn't mean that's the reason why that happened. It just could have heightened it. In my Patreon today, we're going to be talking about this, and then we're going to be diving into each other's charts. If you're part of my Patreon at the full moon circle, full moon level, you're going to be able to be a part of that. And if you aren't yet and you're watching this and it's past 11 a.m. Central Time, don't worry, you can rejoin, you can join it and then watch the replay of that part. So regarding the dates, in 96, 97, this happened around 6 degrees of Aquarius. So if you pull out your chart, you're going to look to see what house, what area of life. And that same freebie has keywords of what the houses are on that same page. So for me, 6 degrees of Aquarius is in my 10th house. At that time frame, I was in college. And I changed within 1 week. And I checked, because I looked at the ephemeris due to this wonderful question. It was when I went from being a nursing major to a teaching major in the space of 1 week. I'm a Taurus rising. I don't do anything fast, and that was fast. And the whole reason why is because I ended first semester of college that year, almost failing anatomy and physiology, and realizing that nursing wasn't going to be for me. And I went to the college I went to because I knew I could either be a nursing major or teaching major, and everything I took up till then could cover both. So I only had to go an extra semester to complete my degree. Was that a hard time? Yeah. Did it cost me extra money? Yeah. Did I learn something from it? Also, yes. Then in 2010, it was actually near the end of 2010, beginning of 2011, that this conjunction happened, and it flirted between 28 degrees of Pisces and 0 degrees of Aries. All of that's in my 12th house. Intuition is huge in your 12th house. There's other aspects with it. That was when I wasn't exactly thrilled with my teaching position that I changed in college in 96, which I think is kind of funny. And I joined Tupperware and started building my life that way. I still was a teacher. None of that changed, but I also started something new because I followed my gut and I wanted to help a friend. Now, this time is happening in Taurus at 21 degrees, and this is in my first house. I've been studying this since November because I study astrology and I share it here. Because the first house represents your body, I decided in November, after learning about this event and where it was going to happen in my chart, to start exercising again. This is all to say that when an astrologer shares things, I really hope you don't become afraid, because it does you no good to live a life in fear. It really doesn't. And if you feel like that is your life, I do recommend you seek help from a therapist, from a trusted friend. My goal as an astrologer here and in my Patreon is to empower you to understand your own energy. If I'm meeting that goal, please let me know. If you have questions, let me know. But overall, I'm not afraid of Saturday. I'm not. It's sitting on my South Node. Am I going to probably release some past behaviors? Yeah, I am. And if I'm not afraid, I invite you to be not afraid to with me. You got this.